Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Big D's and Liam's Custom Garage. I'm Big D.
And I'm Liam.
And on today's episode, we are going to be working on Project Void. Got all the suspension and brakes to do on it today, and the new tires and wheels and all the goodies are going on Project Void today, so you guys will get to enjoy that. But before we transition into that, we got more parts in for Dark Sin. You guys are gonna love this. So here's this one. I'll slide this one down to Liam. They're rather heavy.
Yeah, that's pretty.
They're really rather heavy.
Stuff in our table a little bit, but
yes. So what we have here is our twin turbos for Dark Sin. They are GT 45s. And if you're wondering what millimeter they are AFBs. Basically, when we ordered them, I wasn't quite paying attention to the millimeter size, and
went a little big.
We went a little big. We went a lot big. These are twin 98 millimeter turbos. So because of that, should we tell them what our newest decision was?
Yeah, we're gonna upgrade to a 6.0.
Yeah. So we're skipping the 5.3. We're looking for a 6.0
LQ4.
Yeah, we're looking for an LQ4. Bigger motor, be able to
spool just a little bit faster.
Yeah, gotta get these babies cranking a lot better.
Instead of 30 seconds, it's gonna take like 20 seconds
Yeah.
to spool up, which is still a long time. But
yeah, we will
two-step in, it shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah, with the two-step and all that on there, it shouldn't take it that long to spool up. But especially since they are dual finned, which is really cool. You guys can find, if you guys are interested in these turbos, again, they are GT45s. You can find them on Amazon. They are made by Max Speeding Rods. Hopefully you guys can see that, but that is who they are made by. They are not that expensive. They're really good, reasonably priced. So again, if you guys are interested more in these turbos, go on Amazon and look them up.
Non-sponsored.
Non-sponsored, by the way, but just giving you guys that bit of information. Before we move the turbos, real quick, we showed these on Friday's live stream, but for those of you that don't watch our live stream, these are our turbo headers for Dark Sin. They have a V-band flange TIG welded on the end of them, and our turbos are also V-band ready, even though these do not connect to those, but they are V-band ready. Everything, I'm not using rubber isolators and all that stuff. Everything that can be V-band clamped on this car is going to be V-band clamped. Massive freaking flange on these. I love how thick the friggin' flange is. They put a really nice arrow cone inside the collector at the bottom. I know you guys probably can't see it, but it's pretty cool. But these are our LS turbo headers that will be feeding the turbos. That's it on the parts for Dark Sin that have come in. Oh, except for this. We didn't show you guys this. Ring gap filer that we got from Summit. So that's going to help us adjust the gap on our rings. So now that's everything parts wise. So
now we're going to dive into Project Void, our MX-5 Miata, and get that new suspension ready for SCCA Autocross STP or STR category.
Yes.
So I'm probably going to do a little bit of racing in that as soon as we get the car fully together.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the transmission and everything on the floor behind the camera. I'll probably slide in a picture of that right about here. So yeah, we're going to be putting that in here pretty soon. But anyway, let's dive right into Project Void.
And here we go. Enjoy today's video. We'll see you at the end.
Hello, this is the voice of Liam here. I'll be doing your voiceovers today for the video since we have so much hyperlapse. So here we go. We're taking off the front splash guard slash fan guard. Has multiple purposes for the vehicle. You always want to not damage it when taking it off, and make sure you put it on properly when you put it back on. Now we move on to the front sway bar, and we start taking that off. We start using air tools at this point because things are getting difficult. Now we have the front sway bar loose. I continue to take that off while Big D works on the upper A arm and starts to remove that. At this point, Big D removes the bolt from the stock coilover so we can get that ready to pull when the A-arm is free. Now we're removing the last of the suspension bolts, and we start removing parts. There goes the coilover, quickly followed by the A-arm. And now you see the new coilover go in, followed by the camber adjustable A-arm. Now we're going through, tightening all the bolts and getting these two pieces in pretty smoothly. Now we start working on the brakes to replace the brake pads and the brake line, switching to a braided brake line and high performance brake pads. Now these brake rotors can be difficult to remove at times, and most likely it will be seized when you find them. There's a bolt hole on the front of the rotor that you insert a bolt into, and it pushes against the plate on the inside and pops the rotor off. That and some spray lubricant should take care of the problem. Okay, we get the caliper on with the new brake pads. We put in the braided brake line and we're done with this corner of the car. Now we move on to the back corner and you'll see how the rear end is done. On this corner, we dive right into the brakes and start getting them out of the way. I disconnect the top arm so the bottom arm will hang free, which will help us take the stock coilover out of the car. This particular coilover was blown out, so we had difficulty removing it. It wanted to fully extend all the time, and it had no resistance to that whatsoever. So it took some negotiation with a removal tool. There, now we got that stubborn thing out of the way. We can start working on the upper arm to get that removed. We had a little jump in video there because of a dead battery, but now we're back. We have this new coilover in, the new A-arm, and now we're started on the brakes. This particular corner has a block that replaces the stock block for the fluid distribution between the brakes. So we switched that out, which is kind of a mess, but we get it done, and then we start putting the brakes back together. Word of warning, do not do what I'm doing right now in the video. This is not proper procedure. Do not use the C-clamp on the rear brakes. There is a plug on the back that has a Allen screw in it that adjusts the piston of the caliper. Use that. Do not use the C-clamp. Once we figured that out, we were able to get the rear brakes put back together without any issues. Now we're back. We have everything put together. We adjust the Allen screw that I just talked about to set the brakes. Have everything back connected. We're now adjusting the rear arm and make sure it's locked down. And we're tightening making sure all the other bolts are tightened up. And now everything's back together. This is the finished. You can see the front sway bar connected to the end link. Everything's adjusted. We have the braided line in. And here's the back end. Just like the front, everything's in, adjusted, tightened, and ready to go.
Okay, everybody, here is the test run. Liam's going to go seat the brakes before taking it to the alignment shop. This is the first drive on the brand new suspension, brand new tires, brand new brakes. Gonna see what it does. Here he goes.
Alright, welcome back. As you saw, we got everything together and got the car driving. I took it to the alignment shop quickly after that.
Yeah.
And got it all aligned. I'm not going to go over the specs on the alignment because they're pretty standard. They're pretty much just a break-in.
It's basically zeroed.
It's basically your standard road alignment.
We thought about putting a camber or two in it, and then at the last minute decided, you know what, for break-in purposes for the suspension, let's just go zero for now, and then we can mess with it later.
We're going to mess with ride height and dampening and stuff like that until we get that down to where we want it, and as far as looks and road feel, we're not going to mess with the alignment too much.
Yeah. The front end, we have come to the conclusion on the front end we still need to come down about another inch or so. I'm
thinking a half, almost an inch in the front, and then like a half in the back.
Yeah.
Just and try to balance it out. Get a ruler on it and see where we're sitting compared to the wheels, and and also it depends on the damper settings and how much wheel travel we get if we lower and stuff like that.
Yes.
So we don't want anything to bottom out or top out or anything like that. So.
Yeah, and we still need to do a more serious test drive because of how long it took us to get it done, and with Liam's work schedule, we haven't really been able to do like a true shakedown on it yet.
Yeah.
So we definitely need to do that.
I have been daily driving it since, and it's better.
Yeah, it's definitely better. We haven't been able to like really put it through its paces yet, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're kind of waiting until everything settles.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it for this week's video. Please check out our social media below, Discord, and please come back on Friday to catch our live stream, Car Talk and Other Things with Liam and Big D. 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So please come by and watch us on that.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys on next week also.
On our next Working Wednesday. We're trying this out. We're calling them Working Wednesdays now. Let us know how you guys feel about that.
Yeah. It's not an official title. It's going to be our kind of a nickname for it.
Yes.
So.
And also be looking forward to more Void and definitely more Dark Sin with the...
Have you slept with these yet?
No, I have not. They've been staying in their box out here in the shop, but whew, twin 98s.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah. We're obviously not going to dial them up right out of the box.
Well, no.
We're going to slowly turn up the boost and see what happens. See how much the 6.0 can take.
Yes, with new rings and all the goodies. But yes, we are going to see what we can get her to do with big ass 98 millimeter turbos. But
yeah. Well, now we're rambling. So
yep.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yep. I'm Big D.
And I'm Liam.
And we're out.